are set to go with our next bout tonight. 3 rounds of lightweight action. Making his way to the cage, fighting out of the blue corner from Bishop, Chris Costello.
Sorry for the delay. I had to clean up all the blood and sweat that I was covered in. Woo! All right, moving on now. If we can somehow recover from that fantastic performance by Rob Gooch and John Robles. Were you surprised by the scorecards first before we move on to the next fight?
Somewhat. I thought it would be a split. I mean, a 29-28 in favor of Gooch. 30-27. I'm sure he'll take that. I was surprised that they gave it to John, but great fight between both of them. Fantastic fight.
Yeah, Rob Gooch walking away with the split decision. A well-earned, fantastic fight. But we still have 2 more to go, including the co-main event between 155-pounders Chris Costello and Kevin Bostick. Here's Costello. He's at a 500 record, 3-3 at the start of his career. This is the 5th fight for Chris Costello in the Badbeat cage. He is as much of a veteran as it gets in this promotion. 2-2. He was 1-1 before that. The last fight we saw, he lost to Daniel McWilliams, a fight he was winning at Badbeat 13 before one slip up and he was submitted. That just goes to show you that's what we love, and what's so frustrating about mixed martial arts is a fighter with those little gloves and with so many ways to win and lose. A fight can end at any second.
Yeah, he made one little mistake in that fight. Daniel McWilliams jumped on it. He's coming down from 170. We'll see if he has a size advantage in this fight at lightweight.
And fighting out of the red corner, making his way to the cage, here is Kevin Bostick.
Kevin Bostick, also a Badbeat veteran. He's 2-0 inside that cage, the cage that's now covered in blood, courtesy of John Robles. 5-1 in his last 6 bouts, including a fantastic first-round knockout over Christopher Pena. Again, a fight where Pena was dominating. He was in the clinch. Bostick threw one uppercut, flatline Pena. It was a fantastic knockout, one that even made it on Access TV's Inside MMA. It was so impressive. We're going to see if he can do something equally as impressive in his 3rd fight in the Badbeat cage.
Yeah, sporting the purple belt there, running out to the cage, seems nice and confident, eager to get in here. I asked him what he thought would happen in this fight. How does he see a victory? He says just sees a victory. He doesn't see it happening anyway. He just wants to win. Doesn't care if it's by decision or by knockout. He feels confident that he will get the win, but it can come any way.
When a fighter says that, are they just saying the line, or do you think that they have a game plan in their head?
I don't know. You kind of feel like they're just saying the line. It's kind of like when some guys say it's business as usual. It's another day at the office, but it's not another day at the office. It's you getting locked in a cage and somebody trying to beat the crap out of you in front of your loved ones. So
it never gets easy. It never gets ordinary.
Yeah. You try to make it somewhat ordinary. You try to make it like another day at the gym. And that's how I try to visualize it as well, but it's not. It's a totally different amount of feeling and emotions and adrenaline running through you. As you can see, he was very casual at the meeting yesterday, but he just ran out to the cage. So we might see a different fighter inside of him tonight.
Well, Kevin Bostick, known for his takedowns, ground and pound and control, but he's got it done with his fists before in that cage. We'll see what weapons he chooses tonight. In the co-main event at Badbeat 15, RJ Clifford and Alan Joban here in the booth with you, taking you to what's been a fantastic night of fights. Still kind of catching our breath after the last bout.
What a fight that was. What a great fight. The crowd was so into it. Kevin Bostick looking like a really good size lightweight as well. Very muscular guy.
He's always been pretty thick, pretty strong, but maybe the height was a good reason to drop down a weight class to that very competitive 155 pounds. All right, the co-main event is just seconds away. Let's go out to the ring where Joe Martinez will get it going.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds in the lightweight division. This bout brought to you by MyMortgageFighter.com. Introducing first, fighting into the blue corner. He is a mixed martial artist standing 6 feet even. He weighed in at the lightweight limit, 156 pounds, and brings an even record that stands at 3 victories and 3 defeats. Fighting out of Bishop, California, here is Chris Costello. And across the cage stands his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a jiu-jitsu practitioner standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in 155 and 1/2 pounds, and in 8 bouts has 5 victories and 3 defeats. Fighting out of Pomona, California, here is Kevin the Bostick. Referee in charge of the action is Larry Landless.
Here's the tail of the tape. 5 and 3 for Bostick, 3 and 3 for Costello. Costello 3 inches taller, both weighed about the same. Upland, California versus Bishop, California. And this is your co-main event of the evening. All right, let's go to Larry Landless, the referee, to get this party started.
Yeah, Chris Costello has a good height advantage. We'll see if he could use that to his advantage in this fight.
Costello with the white shorts from the blue corner. Bostick, black shorts with the red in the red corner.
Right away shooting for a takedown. Neither fighter really committing to anything right now, just trying to control the other one against the cage. Good elbow on the break, though, by Chris. And a good follow-up. Right. Head kick seemed to land right there. It might have been on the neck.
Hands really, really low for Costello. Costello also a fighter who's flirted with 170 pounds and decided lightweight was a better place for him. Couldn't keep the weight on. He said he'd stay at lightweight at 155 pounds.
Yeah, tall lightweight. Has the back right now. Double unders. Shoots in for a leg lock.
Rolling heel hook. He might have it. And they're dueling leg locks now.
We'll see how his leg lock game looks. He's cranking on it.
An inverted heel hook, and that looks like he's got a hold of the heel.
These are definitely the nastiest ones. Not sure, I can't really see from this angle how tight the grip is.
They're in dueling leg locks. And Costello had the better advantage of it. He ends up on top. A series that ended up advantageous for Costello. Now it's Bostick looking for a leg. Costello scrambles and stays on top, though.
Yeah, that was a risky move, diving for the the leg lock. But he ends up in an advantageous position. Has the back, trying to get both hooks in, and he does.
It. Costello with the back of Kevin Bostick, looking for his 4th professional win.
Doing the right thing right now, hand fighting with his left hand. He's probably going to try to look to trap. He let it go, but he was probably trying to look to trap the left hand of Kevin. Has the rear naked choke in. It's still on his jaw, though. He can try to crush him right now, crank it, but it's not under the chin.
It may not be a submission, but it is no fun down there getting your jaw cranked like that.
Definitely painful.
Oftentimes, you'll see sometimes fighters just kind of let it get to the neck because the pressure is so much on the jaw.
Kevin doing the right thing. He had the body lock. Chris rather had the body lock in. He went to that side of the body lock, relieves a little bit of pressure on the abdomens right there. Also puts a little bit of pressure on the ankles of Chris.
Costello relentless, looking for that neck of Bostick. So far this fight's going all Costello's way. Multiple submission attempts, and now a back take.
Chris just taking his time right now, looking for his opening. Kevin needs to really just be fighting the hands right now, fighting the choke, and then slowly start trying to unwind those legs, unhook those legs. He's got both hooks in. Wants to try to get one hook out at a time, maybe get his hips on the mat and scoot out that way.
Bostick, as the defending fighter, do you play it very conservative so you to make sure you don't get submitted, or do you have a little bit more of a sense of urgency knowing that if someone has your back for a whole round, you're certainly losing it?
Absolutely. Right now, he just needs to fight the choking arm and then slowly try to get those feet, get those hooks out. He's got somewhat of a figure 4 in the body, but his left leg, Chris's left leg, is in between Kevin's legs, and it's not a complete body lock, and it just came loose. He needs to look to stand up right now. This is his opening, and he does.
Yeah, Bostick finally gets out. He's on a single leg, gives it up, and now he's in the clinch. Elbow! And that's it! Just like that! A right elbow by Bostick flatlines Costello!
Referee needs to off his leg out right away.
And the strings on the puppet have been cut. Costello drops. Just a body of limbs hits the canvas. And after having his back taken for almost an entire round, one strike changes the fortune of Kevin Bostick. Wow.
Huge knockout by Bostick. Huge knockout. Had his back taken the majority of the round, scrambles up to the feet, and gets the highlight of all highlight reel knockouts. Hopefully Chris is okay. He landed very...
Tell the children to leave the room. That is as clean of an elbow as you can land in mixed martial arts.
Absolutely. Hopefully his right knee is okay. You never want to see a fighter land in that position. Very awkward position to be laying in, especially while he's unconscious. Wow. What a knockout by Kevin.
Kevin Bostick has made it a little bit of a career coming from behind in the first round. When he fought Christopher Pena, he was losing his striking battle, landed an uppercut, and it was lights out. Now, after getting out-grappled for several minutes, one elbow ends Costello's night. Kevin Bostick improves to 7-3. None more impressive than a guy that knows a thing or two about right elbows himself.
Absolutely. I love the landing elbows. They're sneaky, especially when you're breaking away on exchanges, which is somewhat what happened here. A lot of fighters aren't looking for the elbows to come. It looks like the stretchers are coming out. You never want to see that. That's the second one tonight that we've had. Been an action-packed night. But hopefully Chris is okay. Like I said, he landed kind of awkwardly on that knee, and it was a big knockout to the temple right there as you see it. Perfectly placed elbow.
Bostick did a beautiful job of pushing the head away with his left hand, creating just enough space to land that elbow. And again, we got the stretcher coming out. Safety first in mixed martial arts. Hopefully Costello's okay.
It's always the ones you don't see coming that get you like that. And yeah, he had no clue that elbow was coming over the top. And perfectly placed right on the temple. Folded him over. And he really didn't even wake up for quite a while. He still seems to be in pretty bad shape. Let's hope that he's okay.
His eyes are open. It seemed his hands were moving, but he's definitely still dazed. And not surprising after such a powerful strike landed by Kevin Bostick. When you add technique and power together, you get finishes like that. One more time, let's see it again. Pushes away with the left hand. Right elbow right to the jaw, and Costello dropped. Gravity just completely takes over.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. You saw him push away with his left hand, and Chris was looking the other way, so he didn't see the elbow coming at all. Sometimes you can kind of roll with the shot or prepare to brace for it. You brace for the impact. But when you're looking the opposite direction and you turn directly into the shot that you didn't see coming, that's where knockouts come, and that's exactly what happened right here.
Again, Costello is coherent. His eyes are open as medical personnel are taking a look at him. Likely a precautionary measure with the stretcher. And here's a look from outside. And just a hush came over Commerce Casino. Absolutely. When that landed. I mean, we see a lot of knockouts and crowds go nuts. That was a knockout where everyone just says, whoa.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy knockout, and then it went from exhilaration to everybody being worried about him. So waiting for him to get on the stretcher now. Chris giving a thumbs up, throwing some punches. Must not be that hurt, but definitely a good precautionary measure. Get him checked out. Anytime you go out like that, it's probably sustained some sort of concussion. And then land a little bit awkwardly on his knee. Good to see he's okay, though. Here we go with Joe Martinez for the decision, the announcement rather.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 4 minutes, 17 seconds. Round number 1, your winner by KO victory, Kevin the Boom Bostick.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Kevin Bostick. Come on over here, Kevin. First off, another round of applause for Chris Costello. We hope he's all right. You never want to see that. But on your winner, Kevin, you don't throw an elbow more beautiful than that. Walk us through that final strike.
Really, man, I was just trying to survive on the ground. I knew that he was a long, rangy fighter, and his stand-up was really good, so I was just trying to close that distance and kind of stay in his face, you know, kind of mix up my stuff. I was initially looking for a takedown. I wanted to get him on the ground. I thought that I'd be superior on the ground, and he wasn't no slouch on the ground, you know. Like, I could tell, like, he's been working on his jiu-jitsu. He was really threatening me with those chokes. A couple times he almost had it. I was gurgling and stuff, but in Vonda Braga jiu-jitsu, man, we gurgle until we go out, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter, dude. Like, I wasn't gonna tap, you know? Like, I've been in those positions before, and I refuse to tap, you know? So I want to give my big shout out to my team, Vonda Braga Jiu-Jitsu, and we've been working a lot on when I get up off the ground to not just like step away, you know, stay engaged. So I seen an opportunity. He kind of had his head turned, and he wasn't really looking at me. So I just threw that elbow right over the top, and it connected. And you know, I feel bad because, you know, my intentions are never to hurt anybody that seriously to where they have to leave out here on a stretcher. You know what I mean? My intentions are to win, and it's by any means necessary, you know? So I just want to really give a shout out to Chris Costello. I hope that he's okay. I hope that nothing's really seriously wrong with him and everything.
You've made a habit in this cage of spectacular finishes in the first round after overcoming some adversity. 3-0 now in this cage. Yeah. Is it a title shot next for you?
I don't know, man. You know, I'm here to fight, so if they want to throw a title my way, you know, like, I'll take it, you know what I mean? Like, I have 3 first-round finishes, you know, so it kind of speaks for itself, you know what I mean? So we'll see, you know what I mean? Whatever they want to do, I'm down with it, you know? I'm here to fight. I'm here to put on a show for my fans, you know? This is what I love to do. I dedicated my life and everything to this, you know? So I do it just to glorify God, you know what I mean? Like, he's given me a talent, and I think it's a waste if I don't use it to glorify his name, you know what I mean? So I'm here to fight, man. I'm here to fight.
You heard it, 3-0 in the Bamma USA. Give it up for Kevin Bostick!